Hey up guys, S-Man back at it again with a brand new Horizons review. Now, I'm just going to get it out of the way, and so let's just get right into this review. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment about your thoughts on the episode, because I definitely have some interesting thoughts, but let's get right into that review. Alright, starting off, I'm not fully sure how I feel about this episode yet. While watching it right now, I watched it without subs and just made my interpretation of what they were discussing. Watched a couple or seen other people's interpretations of what happened. But yeah, my opinion might change after the fact. I watch it with subs, but we'll see. Basically, the episode starts off with all the Volt tacklers actually enjoying themselves and celebrating all the kids' victories. We even see Murdoch crying over Dot and her flawless victories in her matches, which I do like that detail. I love always seeing Murdoch be such a supportive, basically a father to Dot, and I just love seeing it. During this dinner, it's actually revealed that the Volt Tackler ship is mostly done, so the kids are going to be able to head back to the ship soon after the Terrastal course is finished. This then leads to an interesting scene where we see Lovebo actually pick up a coin, which is basically the main plot of this episode. I'm going to say it right now, this is the part of the episode I'm iffy about, because it's definitely interesting, and I hope it leads to something like a capture, because I feel like the Pokemon fits Roy incredibly. Basically, the whole side quest of this episode is basically them collecting Gimmighoul coins and just looking at a Gimmighoul with Breathier, which I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'm not fully sure. The history teacher from the Orange Academy from the games. But yeah, this then leads into Freed actually meeting with Gita and Clavel, which I don't know the full reason for. I think it's to discuss the Terrastal Force. I'm pretty sure, but yeah. But since Freed is basically all of their guardians, so it makes pretty much sense that he's meeting with the principal and the chairwoman. But that's when they actually discuss Terapagos, and Freed actually asks them what they know about it, because we know Clavel was a former researcher of Area Zero, and Gita has access to Area Zero whenever she wants. And they actually talk about, and they know a lot about Terapagos, actually. They know about its terrestrial form and regular form, and this is all from the findings of the Scarlet book in Heath, and what I'm assuming Toro and Sada discovered. They haven't fully confirmed that yet, but I'm assuming that's what it is. And I like this detail that they connect it to Area Zero, but then once the kids say, hey, we heard Terapagos is from Rukua, the home of Lucius the Adventurer, that connection, it's what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for them to basically say, hey, from what we know, Terapagos is from Area Zero, and all the studies show it being Area Zero. But hey, we know it's from Rukua, and apparently it's been handed down through the pendant in Rukura's family. I'm happy this is finally getting discussed, because what does this mean? How does this connect? And I'm happy they even could mention, oh, what if Area Zero is Rukua? And this is just a connection that I've been waiting for, and I'm happy to finally see it. I've been wanting them to talk with Gita and Clavel to see what they know. That's what I was hoping the Freed episode was about. Him going to Area Zero after Gita's approval, of course, because Gita already was approval to even enter Area Zero. I'm happy, and I hope this is what it leads to. The kids and Freed all heading down to Area Zero. But yeah, that's when they actually meet with Ranford, the history teacher, because she knows a lot about Lucius and the Terapagos and the Ancient Adventurer because of her research on ancient Paldea. And this is basically what the side quest of this episode is. It's a mixture of, collecting the Gimmighoul coins, because they actually discovered Gimmighoul in a bush, and that's what inspires them to collect the coins for Gimmighoul. Specifically Roy collecting the coins for Gimmighoul. This is why I want Roy to catch Gimmighoul so badly, because Roy's like a treasure hunter, and he wants to uncover ancient mysteries of the world and be a hero. Gimmighoul is literally this Pokemon that sits around in chests in ancient little areas collecting coins from the ancient times, and that's even why we even see them in this episode. because Raffiard takes the Rising Dual Tacklers, or this group of Rising Dual Tacklers, to basically old Paldea ruins, basically walk down where Lucius used to did, and we actually, at the end of the episode, we get a nice parallel where we see Liko and Terapagos looking off a side of those old watchtowers, and it cuts to Lucius doing the same thing with Terapagos. And basically, yeah, that's what really the whole episode is. We get cool scenes of them interacting with Paldea Pokemon. Char Cadet, hopefully Liko catches it, and a Nasili, which I can see Dot with one. But yeah, overall, I'm gonna be honest, that's really all this episode has to it. I like this episode and all, but it needs subs in my opinion, so I'll definitely rewatch this later and get a concrete opinion. But what I do like, I liked all of everything I mentioned. I did like this episode, but like, I did kind of wish the Gimmighoul thing didn't take over. Oh, Terapagos lore reveal, Terapagos connection to Area Zero, and Ranthier basically discussing what she knows about Terapagos and Lucius. But yeah. And I hope the Gimmighoul stuff wasn't worthless, and we do see Roy catch it in the future, and maybe even Liko catch that Char Cadet, or a Char Cadet of her own. But yeah, that's really it. It's basically them discussing Terapagos' past, going down looking for runes that Lucius potentially once this was in, and that's really all the episode is. It's a big leap forward in the Terapagos plot. Definitely, I feel like it's more of a leap than that Freed episode, because all we were left with was more mysteries, because he wanted to go explore the mysterious rock to see if it has a connection to the Rukium crystals and or whatever the ore Gibeon wants. But it just didn't work out, and we were left with more mysteries. This episode clearly, although it gave us more mysteries, it pointed us into a direction they want us to look, with Rukua being connected to Area Zero and the Great Crater eventually being explored near the end of the series. But that's all on its own, but this episode is still a part of the Terrasso debut arc, so it basically ended with Dendra and Clovell discussing what the next segment of the Terrasso course is, which is basically 2-on-2 matches against gym leaders. Still haven't used Terrassozation, but they're different gym leaders, and we actually get to see who's assigned to who, like I mentioned last week. Got Larry, and that's going to be leading in the next episode where they go visit the restaurant Larry always frequents at. Roy and Rhyme, crazy he didn't make the connection that Rhyme was when we met. And Nico and Rusha, who did make the connection, that she knew Rusha. And they even discussed, like, Roy's happy can finally battle alongside Kilowattrel. Dot's a little nervous for her match. And Nico even mentioned potentially battling with Terapagos and seeing the Terapagos battle form, which was introduced earlier in the episode, and she made the connection to the time Terapagos battled Great One. But yeah, overall, that's really this episode had for it. It was just a lot of lore near the beginning, set up for the next chunk of episodes at the end, and the middle that hopefully is foreshadowing stuff. And it was just nice seeing another character from Scarlet Violet games that we didn't get to interact with yet, which is Renford, the teacher, which she is actually a really good character from the game. So I'm happy we got to see her a bit. But yeah, I'll give this episode, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I definitely found some enjoyment from it, but watching with subs and seeing where this episode goes in the future, my score definitely will change. Like, for example, if Rukua has no connection to Area Zero, I don't know how that's going to make me feel about this episode, because that was what my major excitement from the episode is, the connection to Area Zero. And if Roy doesn't catch that Gimmighoul, I don't know what I'm going to do. But yeah, hope you guys like this video and subscribe for more content like this in the future. S-Man, signing off.